All right, so excuse my wild hair today. I just kind of looked in the camera, but I'm not going to fix it. All right, so how to handle the 3D conflicts in 5D? The short answer is you don't. You don't handle conflicts in 5D. You don't try to prove 5D to anybody. You don't have to explain it. 5D is just energy and forces and frequencies that are different vibrational frequencies that we're unused to using. And those are sort of happening in a more expansive dimension than what we're used to. Our three-dimensional world is very heavy. Like if we drop a rock, it falls to the ground. If we drop it on our foot, it's going to hurt our toe, right? So 5D is very expansive. And so what I'm running up against constantly in the transition to 5D is the 3D aggravation mode and the 3D energy that is the conflict energy, right? And I believe I mentioned this on a previous video. So we will come up against 3D energy and it will be aggravating. And in addition to that, or alongside of that, there is always going to be this 3D conflict energy where you will have beings who are grounded in 3D vibration who are going to constantly question you. They're going to poke the bear, meaning they're just going to want you to prove about this 5D thing, or they're going to call you ridiculous, or they're going to try to drag you back down into the lower vibrational realm because, of course, the 3D world is all about that misery loves company and sort of being stagnant and egotistical and unwilling to grow and go forward. So, how to handle conflict in 5D or how to get around that is you don't. The best way to do it is to detach and not let it get to your ego. Ego is the difference between 3D and 5D. If you are worried about yourself and your reputation and how people feel about you, your self-esteem, being popular, that's all very 3D, right? And that's not a 5D vibration. So if you are in 5D, you will immediately start to care less about all of those things, the things that maybe we used to care more about when, even before the eclipse, or maybe a few years ago, or maybe in our own lives. I'm an adult. Maybe I cared more about being popular when I was in high school or college or something of that sort. Those were very past life 3D emotions. So when somebody in the 3D world is challenging your 5D energy mode, if you're in 5D, you'll be able to sort of lightheartedly laugh it off or just not worry about it. Or you might even be able to tell them, like, don't worry about it. Like, you don't need to know, and I don't have to prove anything to you. And, I'm just being the change I want to see. I'm living by example. And if you have any questions or you want me to help you get there yourself, I can give you some advice because I don't even know what I'm doing, but I do know that what I'm doing is right and it feels good and it's a new way and it's an expanded consciousness and expanded awareness and it's life in a higher frequency, and that we can access higher frequencies and higher realms and other senses within ourselves now. There are other energies on the planet that we can access. So believing in that is a really good way to handle the conflicts that are going to come in from the 3D world. It's going to be a good way to handle the bullies that are going to come into your life and tell you that, you think that you're better than everyone else. And as a very important note and worth mentioning here, 5D is not equivalent to being spiritually enlightened or even spiritually elevated more than anybody else on the planet. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with spirituality, although it does in terms of that everything is frequency. So there is higher, lighter frequency to love and light, and spiritually grounded people do harness love and light and compassion in order to evolve. Now, that's similar to going 5D, but it is not the same thing. Anyone can access these energies, the new energies on the planet, the new senses. Anybody can access their sixth sense. Anybody can see through another person. People are now transparent. These are not magical powers, and nor does it require you to be spiritually elevated to access them. These are forces that everybody could access now, and that they probably could access these forces all along. We're just learning about this all now. So again, how to handle conflict mode in the 3D world, you don't have to. You can detach. How to tell the difference? 3D world is very grounded in ego. It is very grounded in proving things, telling other people how they should live, being very attached to whether or not people believe you. In 5D, you're not even doing that. You're simply working with 5D energies to feel the exhilaration and the expansive consciousness within yourself. So that's the difference. So try to detach from those people who will try to pick on you, and they will, but as we're moving into becoming the new human, maybe not everybody is calling it 5D. Maybe not everybody even knows that we're going through a shift. But there are a lot of people that do know that we are going through a transition, we are going through a shift. There are a lot of people calling this the new human, right? We're becoming the new human. And so again, I always mention these people that are sort of on the forefront of it. There's plenty of YouTubers out there and influencers out there, astrologers, intuitives, people who channel, people who have been doing this for a lot longer than I have, that will give you the same kind of information, right? We're moving through a transition, we're shifting, we're becoming better. We're going to form a better reality as humans. And we can help each other do this. So that's all this is about. So yes, when somebody tries to drag you back, or something tries to drag you back and down into that 3D realm, don't stay there and fight. Don't try to prove it. You don't have to prove it. And remember that more than anything else. You don't have to explain anything to anybody. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, because that just is simply not 5D. That's very 3D. You don't have to go down and meet them where they're at and give them an instruction manual. If they want to be influenced by your energy, if they want to come along for the ride, if they want the guidance, they will simply just be there with you, and you'll naturally know how to guide them, and you'll naturally know what to do. If there is any effort involved, then that will not be 5D. That would be just cycling back around on the hamster wheel in 3D. So, okay, thanks for listening. Good luck, you guys. Everybody's doing great. Let's stay in touch. Okay, bye.